Hi guys, MrRoflWaffles here. Fantastic news right now, okay? Earlier today, 3 hours ago in fact, Call of Duty gave us our first look at DLC 3. It was our first teaser that we have ever received, and now they've gone one step further and they've given us our first look at the Zombies map, okay? Let's just let that sink in. I'm going to read you the quote, the caption that is associated with the screenshot they've given us. Let's do this. Tomorrow, the wait will be over. Nothing can prepare you for the destruction that awaits. Oh my goodness. Hype. Let's go, okay? So we're going to dive into the image itself now. I've got a couple of things that I want to talk about. First of all, let's talk top left, okay? Top left, you've got a cross. Maybe this is a place of some kind of worship. Maybe this is just a place where that's been at least respected, but it's interesting to see that that is some symbolism that has been included here. Moving to the right, we see the 935 logo. So perhaps the playable area of this map is going to be focused on some kind of 935 research facility, some kind of 935 outpost. There's a Takio quote from way back when saying that 935 had been scattered, okay? Scattered to the four winds. I believe it was Takio at least, I think so. Fact check me in the comments, guys. I'd be interested to see if it was indeed Takio. He says they've been scattered to the four winds or by the four winds, something like that. And it seems like that's very much true. We've got this map in freaking Stalingrad, which is a 935 outpost. We've got Zetsebo, which is a Division 9 outpost, which were heavily linked with 935. And then you've got Der Reisendrache, 935 outpost. So they're all over the place, right? So anyhow, moving to the right just a little bit, we have this screen. Now, this screen shows us the outside area of the map. It seems to show some buildings. They look pretty derelict. One thing I do want to point out is the fact that behind this kind of telephone mast that we've got there, there's what looks like a Perk machine. Maybe. That could be me being a bit too optimistic and jumping the gun a little bit, but to my eyes, that could be a Perk machine. It could be a kind of rounded, yellowish Perk machine with a circular logo at the top of it that's glowing, or it could just be a little fire or something else entirely, but that's the first thing I thought of when I saw it. So that's cool. We've also got this red light to the right of that screen, which could be a trap, like you kind of on the trap and then the trap activates or something like that, maybe. One thing I do want to point out right now is the fact that I'm really getting a Kino vibe from this screenshot. Really quite strongly. The fact that you've got this little balcony here and the pillars and just the wallpapering even, definite Kino vibe in my opinion. Anyway, let's look at the screen to the right. We've got what looks like a top-down view of this area. Now, why might this be interesting? Well, the wiggly line, okay? The wiggly line at the top of that area. You've got what looks like a top-down view of all the buildings and stuff, great. But the wiggly line could well be the border of the city with the river that passes through Stalingrad, okay? And in that case, that would give us a little bit of evidence that this indeed is the city on fire by a river mentioned by Gersh many moons ago in that one cipher. So that's very exciting in itself, okay? We've also then, in that case, got a look at what the map is going to look like, and it's quite bitty and kind of distributed, which is cool and interesting, and I'm intrigued to see how that's going to play out when the map releases. Then we've got another screen on the right side. The room itself looks quite brutalized almost. It's really ruined, and I mean, they mentioned destruction in their tweet when they were talking about the screenshot itself, and they meant it because there's bullet holes in the walls here, there's rocks and pebbles and bits of like wallpaper and things on the floor, there's wood on the floor, there's all sorts of rubbish and detritus on there, simply because of the fact that Stalingrad, where this map takes place, has been ravaged by war. And it's been ravaged by war in such a way that, well, at least this is how I see it, okay? The way I see it is that Nikolai fights in the Battle of Stalingrad, or certainly he is present. The Stalingrad battle happens, and then later we are going to visit the map when, most likely after that battle, it has already had 935 pour in, set up shop, and then disappear again. And so we're going to see the remnants of 935, we're going to see the remnants of the Battle of Stalingrad, and we're going to see the remnants of whatever Nikolai was doing while he was there. Now, the super interesting thing is that, in my opinion, okay, this is my little theory for what's going to happen in the map, in my opinion, Gersh hasn't got here yet. That's what I'd like to see, at least. I'd like to see the following play out, okay? Oh man, this would be so good. We get to the map. We're seeing all this stuff that has happened in the past, whether it's 935, whether it's the Battle of Stalingrad, whether it's a mix of those two, whether it's the robotic dragons or something that 935 have been experimenting with, which is more than likely at this point. All those sorts of things are things of the past that we're going to be rediscovering, okay? Nikolai's going to tell us loads about it all, and it's going to be fantastic. But what's going to happen is we're going to complete whatever the Easter egg is going to be on the map, okay? And in doing so, we are going to set the city on fire. There's going to be some kind of outro where the map is engulfed in flames, and then, and only then, will Gersh's little message make sense. He's floating, okay? For how long, he doesn't know. Gersh is his name, indeed, but he's floating, right? And he's floating over a city, and the city is on fire, and it's by a river, and he says, finally, I am home. The city is on fire because of us. That's what I'd like to see, at least. That's what I think would be so damn cool. It would just, oh man, that would be fantastic. So, final couple of things I want to mention. You've got a power switch on the left side of the room, which is pretty cool, but not something we're exactly going to be very surprised by at this point, right? Power switch, yep. Sort of pretty standard stuff there. You've also got this screen on the left side, which is odd. I mean, whatever that thing is, it kind of, a little bit, looks like the quantum entanglement device from Moon. Just a little bit. But it also could be some kind of rocket, some kind of missile, some kind of something else entirely. Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. I would love to hear them because I, right now, am not quite sure what that kind of diamond-shaped thing, that object is that we're seeing there. Pretty cool, whatever it is. Maybe it's the test subject. Who knows? We've also got these wires running all over the room, so they're probably going to guide us towards the power switch in the map. That's a nice little game design trick that Triarch like to pull. And then there's this machine in the center. What the hell is it? I think that's a pretty good question, to be honest. What the hell is that thing? It's some kind of ball that looks like it's going to be able to rotate, and then a load of wires and machinery and stuff below it, a little coil there of copper wire by the looks of things. Who knows what that thing is going to be for? But I would hasten a guess that whatever it's for, it's going to be important. I think there will be some importance associated with that device. Whether we're going to have another Ascension sort of scenario on our hands where we'll be interfacing with a computer in the map, and that may well be the computer, I don't know. But I reckon that because of the fact that they're showing us this screen, or rather this device, this thing, this machine now, means that it's quite possible that it has some kind of deeper meaning. So that's very exciting. I'm very excited. Hopefully you guys have smashed the like on this video already. If you haven't, then what are you doing? One thing I do want to say is tomorrow, when this trailer releases, you'd better be on my channel, ready for not only a reaction, but also a breakdown, also some excitement, also some hype building, and just generally lots of fun. So I've been MrRoflWaffles, thanks for watching the video, guys. I'm freaking excited. It's DLC 3, baby. I can't wait, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.